We all make it sometimes. We we fight for our freedom to get detached from something, especially when you're dealing with narcissist, especially when you're dealing with abusive environment, abusive social environment. We fight for that freedom. We want to be detached. We want that freedom. We should learn not to get detached from that only to be attached to the next. You do go through that lonely feeling after being detached, where now you're attached, you feel like you've got all this time in the world to pay attention to these petty things. But it takes one discipline to be able to hold back, stand back, and say, hey, just because I'm attached from something, it doesn't mean that I need to be attached to the next. Because when you just got detached, you are at your most vulnerable stage where you're an easy target. In some certain places, when we are in a different field, environment, or different field, like work field, like you're probably in sport, or you're in sales, or you're in politics, you feel like you want to leave this political party to get to the other one, but you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. You don't need to leave this to get to that. Although when you're leaving, that's not your plan, but it doesn't mean that now that you left and they tell you that, hey, there's a gap, we've got a home for you here, it doesn't mean now you must run there. Because remember, you're an easy target. You are also vulnerable. You are also going through the stage where you've got a gap in your life and you want to feel it, because now you go through the lonely stage. You get bored. You feel like, I wish. You start scrolling on your phone. I want to call someone. You want to fulfill something. You want to fill a hole. You want to fill a bag. But it's not going to happen. And if you do, 10% of all people get lucky where they detach from something and instantly get attached to the next, and it works. But the other 90%, they go through tremendous abuse where you got detached from something, or you left your organization, or you resign from something, or you just step out of something. And then now that you're lonely, you feel like, okay, I want to find something. And as you find something, you don't even feel like they come looking for you, because the word of the mouth, it's like, oh, did you hear this person so-and-so did this? And then people will say, wow, if we can get her on our side, imagine how much it would piss this off this person or this company or this organization. And they do. But you get hurt. They are fulfilling their needs or their journey at your cost. At your cost. It goes, and sometimes it takes us back to the word purpose. You must remember that purpose is yours. That purpose is yours. It's not yours with them. It's yours. So sometimes we want to keep a circle of friends. We're saying, okay, I'm going to detach from this. However, I'm going to try and keep this group of friends. I want to try and keep them just so that when I launch this, or just so that when I do this, I'm going to need them. You don't need them. I'm here to tell you that you don't need them. It's okay to start from scratch. It's okay to have a vision with no circle of social friends. And that's why it's called You Made It. You don't keep them first before you find a dream. Your dream will sustain itself. Your dream is wise enough to take care of itself without them. Unfortunately. Detach and get detached. Stay away. Leave everything. Stay away from the people that are connected with what you just got detached from. When you leave this or you leave that, stay away from the people that are connected with what you just left. Yes, you break up with someone, you break up with your husband, you go through divorce, you leave your company, but you got to stay away. Your ex-husband's or ex-wife's best friend, you cannot keep them as friends anymore, unless if you're still hoping to get back with your ex-wife or ex-husband. You can, unfortunately, you cannot. That's the laws of the world. If they still his or her best friend and you're detaching because he was toxic or she was toxic or the company was toxic, so it was full of narcissists, you cannot, because these people that you're still keeping to surround you, they still feed from this narcissist. They still get influenced by this narcissist, by this toxic energy, although they understand that when they come to you, they have to come with a different agenda. But part of what feeds their life is this narcissist behavior, this toxic behavior, and it will have an impact on you. It will have an impact on you. See, in this life, you only have two choices. In this life, there's only just two things. Are you with me or are you against me? If I see you walking with my enemy, you are against me. That's it. That's otherwise you are gonna get hurt. Not just hurt. Your businesses, your future will be at jeopardy. It will get jeopardized because you are walking with people who say they have no direction in their life. You left that life because you say, I want to have direction, but you're still keeping the people who has no direction in their life. So when you keep these people who have no direction in their life, what does that make you? It makes you part of the circle that has no direction. Then why did you leave this toxic behavior, this narcissist behavior? Why did you leave this toxic management if you're gonna still get its influence in your life? Because you're resigning, you're leaving, you're walking away, you're stepping out because it's toxic, it's narcissist. And as you do that, you then say, okay, finally I've got freedom, free from toxic, from narcissist, free from this rubbish behavior. But then you want to keep his or her allies around you because why? In the name of friendship. And they're going to go and sit in the same table with him where he is going to mention certain things that will influence. Some of them will even call you after they spoke to him or her just because he reminded them of you and say, just give him some love. But that's part of the narcissist behavior. So part of who they are, 80% they are themselves, and 20%, even 99% they are themselves. But 1% is this narcissist behavior that's being fed by this toxic person. And it only takes 1% to destroy your life. And hello, it's called disease. Say it slowly, with intention, with teaching. We learn that it's called dis-ease. That 1% will cause that dis-ease. That's why after you detach, these certain things will start arising and you're like, what's going on? Because you are now more vulnerable and you're allowing a lot of fungus and a lot of bacteria into your system because you've got an open wound. But that 1% of bacteria, 1% of germs will go and destroy you for a very, very good time. For a very, very good time. And then thereby that dis-ease is being caused, and now you're starting going through these diseases. You need to stay away. Detach. Don't fight or run to get attached to the next. In certain circumstances, we do get detached from something where we already knew that, okay, my plan is to move from this to this. That's good. But don't get detached from something and then when something approaches you to say, oh, now that you detach from this, why don't you get attached here? Danger. Danger. Move. It takes a certain level of growth. You have to be matured enough. I can't stress this more. You have to be matured enough to understand, to make these decisions, to say, you are with me or you are against me. I see you walking with my enemy. Unfortunately, my best friend, you are against me. You are doing things that are against the law. It's not your laws. It's the laws of the universe. It's not your laws. Even if you think you can handle, like, I don't have a problem, I can't tell them who to be friends with. It's okay. You don't have a problem. You can't tell them. But the universal laws tells you that they cannot be friends. The universal laws tells you if they are friends with that person, they are going to be toxic to you, whether it's directly or indirectly. That's just a peace of mind. Take what you need to take. To a certain level, this level of information I'm giving you is far too great for a regular person to understand it. It's far too great for an ordinary person to understand it. You need to switch on. You need to switch on, awake. Wake up, be awake, switch on. Because if you're going to approach any information, you are going to go through searching and learning. But if you're going to approach it with just the eyes of the ordinary thinking, you're going to get the ordinary information. You're going to get the ordinary reaction, which will cause you the ordinary depression and which will cause you the ordinary diseases. You can fight it. Remember, just because you've detached from something doesn't mean that now you need to be attached to the next. My aim is one, to bring love and bring light. If I've offended you, I'm sorry. If I sound bad for you, I'm sorry. But let me tell you something. If I find you, I'm going to detach. This is who I am. You're with me or you're against me. Your choice. Your choice. Beautiful. Here's a runner. It's always lovely to see runners. I think we've been serious for a long time now. Let's enjoy the beautiful morning. Look at that sunrise and look at those shadows and the beautiful people. We live in a beautiful universe. Be kind to the next person, but don't let people walk over your head. Be kind to people all the time, but do not let people walk over your heads. No one is going to teach you this, but if you don't know it, you are going to get hurt. No one is going to force you to learn these things. And no one should be forcing you to learn these things. But if you don't know them as part of the laws of the universe, you are going to get hurt. Learn the laws. Learn the laws of the universe. Have a beautiful day. Make people smile. Be positive. Although you are being positive, do not shy away from the truth, because positivity sometimes is the enemy of the truth. We've got a lot of motivated people who are full of positivity through lies. They are living a lie because they wanted to be positive. Make sure you are positive with the truth. Positivity is the enemy of the truth. We'll speak about that one day. Sharing the love and light. Be blessed.